Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to Jasmine Unfiltered. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different on my channel. I don't think I've ever done something like this. If you've been following me for a while, you will know that I have gotten into books. So I thought I would do a book review video for the recent books that I've read this year. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below to my channel. That helps out so much. It literally means the world to me. Come join Jasmine Unfiltered. I would love to have you a part of it. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. A little bit of backstory for anyone who doesn't know me. When I was younger, I used to hate reading. I hated the idea of it. I would never pick up a book. My mum would buy me thousands of books when I was younger and I'd never read any of them. And then when I went into high school, I met a friend named Margaret and she got me into reading, and for the last 3 or 4 years, I have not stopped reading a whole bunch of different types of books. I'll have my video chaptered so you guys can listen to each chapter of which book that you are more intrigued in. First book I'm going to talk about, because I feel like everyone knows this author, is a Colleen Hoover book called Maybe Someday. For some reason, Maybe Someday never caught my eye. And then my friend Hayley bought it for me for my birthday, so I was kind of forced to read it. I read it and I absolutely loved it. Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Basically, it's about this guy named Ridge. He's a death guitarist that falls in love with a girl named Sydney who lives across from his apartment complex. The only problem is Ridge has a girlfriend already named Maggie and Sydney has a boyfriend named Hunter. So they've kind of like found this interest for each other, but they already both have partners. Oh, it's not a spoiler. Okay, I just read the blurb. You can read the blurb, so this is not a spoiler, but eventually Sydney finds out that Hunter is cheating on her with her roommate, which is also her best friend named Tori. Basically what happens is Sydney ends up living with Ridge, which is the guy across from her apartment complex, and they grow closer and closer, but they are slowly becoming a Hunter and a Tori. You kind of have to read the book to understand that. There's also a couple of twists and turns in this book that I just didn't really expect. It's also annotated. It's a really good book. Like, it's a romance kind of book, but it's got drama, it's got twists and turns. You don't expect some of the things that are coming in this book, so I definitely suggest it if you like a little bit of romance, you like a little bit of mystery, and a book that's not entirely predictable. I think that people are gonna come at me for this one. The Song of Achilles. I said it wrong in one of my last videos. I didn't pronounce his name right. No one corrected me on it though. But The Song of Achilles is basically a story told about Greek mythology, and it's basically rewritten about all the Greek heroes like Hercules, Achilles obviously, and the war that happens in Troy. The Trojan War, I think it's called. Follows the story of Achilles and his companion Patroclus. They fall in love, and I'm not going to tell you the rest. It's a very sad book. I understand why a lot of people like this book, but I also understand why a lot of people wouldn't like this book, because a lot of people don't understand Greek mythology and they haven't like really looked into the original stories of Greek mythology and all of that, because honestly, when I was reading it, I had no clue what was going on. But towards the end, I really liked it. It didn't make me cry. This book has made a lot of people cry. Didn't make me cry. Definitely a book I would suggest for you, especially if you like Greek mythology. People are gonna hate me for this rating, but I give it a 2.5 stars out of 5. And that's only because I didn't really click with the book. However, the ending of the book was really nice, and I feel like tied everything together. I didn't really feel a connection to any of the characters, so that's probably why I didn't like the book as much either. Usually I have to feel a connection to a character in a book, otherwise I'm not gonna like it, or I'm not gonna end up reading all of it. But majority of books that I start, I will finish, because I don't wanna not know the endings to certain books. And as much as I hated one of the characters in this book, I feel like they redeemed themselves in these last couple of pages. But I love the cover, I feel like it's so pretty, and I love the ending as well. I feel like the ending is very bittersweet. Next book we're actually going to talk about is a book that did make me cry, and it did make me hysterical. I actually cried about 1,000 Boy Kisses. This book had me tearing from the freaking beginning. This is a 4.8 out of 5 star rating. Like, it's an almost 5 star. I honestly don't think I could give many things 5 star. The Akatar series, I will give 5 stars. I feel like it's also because I can relate to the book and I can relate to what happened between the two characters. Basically, the book is about Rune and Poppy. They fall in love with each other at a very young age and then it's separable ever since. Rune's dad gets a job opportunity and that means that he has to move away from Poppy. He's so angry at his dad, and then all of a sudden Poppy cuts all contact. She just basically ghosted him and he never knew why. He changed into a completely different Rune. 2 years later, he comes back and he's not the same person, and Poppy's trying to figure out why he's not the same person, and then she realizes it's because she cut off all contact with him and that made him lose his passion for photography. It's just really, really sad. In the first few pages, when you find out the actual meaning behind 1,000 boy kisses, it's so cute, but it literally made me cry. The very end part as well, oh my god, if a boy did that for me, I would be hysterical. Rune is the person that we all need in our life when we're going through something hard. But if you're gonna take any book out of this video, this is my number 1 suggestion. The next one we're going to talk about is my number 2 suggestion for you to read. But next book that I also absolutely loved because it reminded me of a rom-com movie is The Spanish Love Deception. I cannot tell you how much I actually really liked this book. And it's a thick book as well. It's not like a short little mini book. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5-star rating. It should be made into a rom-com movie. It might already have been, but I haven't seen it obviously. It's a very strong enemies to lovers kind of vibe. It gives fake dating as well, and it reminds me of what a travel romance would be like. Catalina basically needs a date for her sister's wedding in Spain. The only option that she has is basically her soon-to-be boss Aaron to make her ex-boyfriend jealous at the wedding in Spain. And it's getting closer and closer to the date and he's looking like the only option. He's got blue eyes, black fluffy hair, and he's literally like the dreamiest person alive, and he's 6'4". Connection forms between the both of them, but then ... I'm not going to tell you the rest. You need to read the rest to find out. This is such a good book. If you like rom-com movies and you're a sucker for them like me, this is basically a rom-com movie in a book, and I honestly cannot. Another thing you guys should know about me and books is I will not read the book unless I like the cover. So for an example, the Song of Achilles, there's another cover, I would not read it just because I don't like the cover. I think it's a red cover. I don't know why, I just judge it so hard, and I also hate human book covers. I don't know why. I would not read it. The last book we're going to talk about is The Younger Wife. Very different book for me to read, but one of my friends, Georgia, got me it and I did try it out, and I actually didn't mind Sally's writing. This is a book if you're into family drama and a little bit of mystery. I gave it a 2.5-star rating. The family drama starts at a wedding where the dad actually gets killed and you don't know who killed the dad. You don't know if it's one of the 2 beloved daughters or if it's the new wife. Stefan, the dad, is still married to his ex-wife who has dementia, and there is a very strange character named Fiona. Who is she? You gotta read it to find out. Did she murder him or did someone else do it? Yeah, it's very like family drama, mystery. You see this book from everyone's different perspectives as well, so it's like written in different perspectives, so each chapter is like a different person speaking. And I honestly feel like writing from different perspectives only works in some romance books and family drama books where it's like you see something from a different person's perspective. And I'm pretty busy, but usually I finish books within like a week. I annotated every single book except for The Younger Wife, just because I didn't feel like there was a lot to annotate in this book. So if you can annotate this, girl or boy, you are doing well, because I couldn't annotate this for the life of me. So usually if I tab a book, it means I really like it and I really enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching my first ever book review video. This is obviously not really my style of video on my channel, but I do have a lot of books that I have read recently and I did want to share with you guys. I honestly don't know how to talk about books, but I do really enjoy them now. And I have for the last 3 years just because of my friend Margaret, so thank you Margaret so much. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below to my channel. That helps out so much, literally means the world to me. Come join Jasmine Unfiltered, I would love to have you a part of it. We do vlogs on this channel, we do a little bit of everything as well. Don't forget to do me a favor and make someone smile today. Bye. I go by my anthem, turn it up and throw attention, fuck.